because we know that all of the kids are nervous and the teachers. And I also want to say a special thank you to Miss Taylor. She doesn't know that I'm doing this, but from me and Miss Allison, because she has worked so hard on this. I hate when I cry. She has worried herself sick over it, and she has done such a wonderful job. And so we want to give a special thank you to her. So we're going to ask Pastor Mark. She won't come out here, but she heard you. She's right there. We're going to ask Pastor Mark if he will open us up in prayer.
Seeds for the child born that night be our light. H is for his holy day. R is for rejoicing with gladness and joy. I is for Emmanuel guard us.
S is for the star that led the wise men home.
T is for the truth and grace that was sent our way. M is for Mother Mary wrapping him in swaddling clothes in the manger. A is for angels singing songs of joy. S is for salvation. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord.
A Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Bah, humbug.
Christmas? A humbug? Uncle, you don't mean that, I'm sure.
I do. Merry Christmas. What right have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
Come then. What right have you to be dismal? You're rich enough.
Bah, humbug.
Don't be cross, Uncle.
What else can I be when I live in such a world of fools as this? Merry Christmas. What's Christmas time to you but a time for paying bills without any money, and a time for finding yourself a year older, not an hour richer? If I had my way, every fool who went about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled in his own pudding and burned with a stake of holly through his heart.
Uncle!
Nephew, you keep Christmas in your way, and I'll keep it in mine.
Keep it, but you don't keep it.
Let me leave it alone, then. Much good may it do. Much good it has ever done.
There are many things which I've profited from it. It's a time when we remember the coming of the Messiah, when the angels sang, peace on earth, goodwill towards men. A time for forgiving, a time for giving to others. The only time I know of when men seem to open their shut-up hearts and think of others. Therefore, though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my heart, it has done me an eternity of good. And I say thanks be unto God for his unspeakable gift.
Amen!
Let me hear another sound out of you, and you'll keep Christmas by losing your situation. You're quite a powerful speaker, sir. No wonder you don't enter the clergy.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come and dine with us tomorrow.
Good afternoon.
I want nothing of you. I ask nothing of you. Why can't we be friends?
Good afternoon.
I'm sorry to see you so resolute. We've never had a quarrel, but I'll keep the Christmas spirit to the last. So a Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year.
Good afternoon. There's another fellow, my clerk, 15 shillings a week, a wife and a family, and talking about a Merry Christmas.
Scrooge and Molly's, I believe. Have we the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge?
Mrs. Marley has been dead these 7 years, and she died 7 years ago this very night.
We have no doubt her liberality is well represented by her surviving partner.
Liberality?
At this season, it is more than right to make some provisions for the poor and destitute.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons.
And the workhouses, are they still in operation?
I wish I could say they're not.
The treadmill and the poor law are in full vigor then?
Both very busy, sir, but they furnish no Christmas cheer for the destitute widows and orphans. A few of us are endeavoring to raise a fund to buy them a mite of happiness through the charity of the local merchants. What shall I put you down for?
Nothing.
You wish to remain anonymous, is that it?
I wish to be left alone. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry either. I support the establishments I have mentioned through extravagant taxation, and they cost enough. Those who are badly off must go there.
Many would rather die, sir.
Then they had better do it, and thus reduce the surplus population. Good afternoon. You'll want all day tomorrow, I suppose.
If it's convenient, sir.
It's not convenient, and it isn't fair. Expect me to pay you a day's wages for no work?
But, sir, Christmas comes but once a year.
A poor excuse for picking a man's pockets. But I suppose you must have the whole day. Be here all the earlier the next morning.
Oh, yes, sir, I will indeed. God bless you, sir, and a Merry Christmas.
Humbug!
Ebenezer Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge. Ah!
Jane Marley, why do you trouble me?
I have come on an errand of mercy for your sake.
And you were fettered. Tell me why.
I wear the chain I forged in life. I made it link by link and yard by yard. I girded it on of my own free will, and of my own free will I wore it. In life, men fix their destiny. I cared not for the things of God, but lived for pleasure and gain. I worshipped only Jane Marley and became a slave to the substance I served. Now, I'm bound by my own doings. I live in a world of outer darkness. I face the sinner's judgment, and I'm destined for the lake of fire. Is this chain strange to you? Are you insensitive to the weight and the length of the strong coil you bear yourself? It was as long and as full and as heavy as this 7 Christmas Eves ago, Ebenezer. You have labored on it since. It is a ponderous chain.
Oh, Jane. Oh, Jane Marley. Tell me more. I'm wrecked, and my life is so empty. I have so much, and yet so little. I know of this weight of which you speak. I am weary. Speak comfort to me, Jane.
I have none to give. It comes from other regions, Ebenezer Scrooge, and is conveyed by other ministers to other kinds of men. Nor can I tell you what I would. A very little more is all permitted unto me. I cannot rest. I cannot stay.
Oh, stay, Shadow. Tell me more. You were always a good mind of business.
Business!
Oh.
Mankind was my business. Charity, mercy, forbearance, and benevolence were all my business. At this time of year, I suffer most. Self-satisfied, I walk through crowds of fellow beings with my eyes turned down, and never raise them to that blessed star which led the wise. But I can say no more. Hear me. My time is nearly gone. You have yet a chance and a hope of escaping my fate, Ebenezer. The answer is neither, but you must find it. You will be visited by 3 shadows. Expect the first when the bell tolls 1, the second when the bell tolls 2, and the third when the bell tolls 3. See me no more for your own sake, for I cannot visit this world again.
No, Jane, stay. Gone. I have yet a chance of escaping her fate. The answer is nigh, and I must find it. Conveyed by other ministers to other kinds of men. I must find it. I must find it.
Ebenezer Scrooge. Ebenezer Scrooge. Ebenezer Scrooge.
Who are you?
I'm the shadow of Christmas past, of your past. Come.
Where do you take me?
Where you must needs go, into your past if you have yet a hope of escape.
Yes. Yes. A hope. Yes, I must find the answer.
Do you remember when you were young many Christmas Eves ago?
Why? I was bred in this place. I was a boy here. That's me reading the book. I was at school. I remember that eve when I longed to go home. There's Van.
Guess who? I've come to take you home, dear brother. It's Christmas, and Father sent me to coach to get you. We'll be together all Christmas, have the merriest Christmas of all.
You were a fine woman, little Finn.
Always a delicate creature, whom a breath might have withered, but she had a large heart.
So she had
She died a godly woman and had children, as I recall.
one child.
True, your nephew.
Yes.
Why do you resent Fred? Is it because he accepted her way of life and reflects that transcending love of Christ which you have rejected?
Cease from taunting me. Her memory convicts me, and his presence condemns me. But look, that warehouse. That's old Fezziwig's, where I did my apprenticeship as a young man.
Yo ho, my boys. No more work tonight. Christmas Eve, Rick. Christmas, Ebenezer. I have a surprise for you. I'd like to express my gratitude for your hard work with this token, a Christmas bonus.
Old Fezziwig was good-hearted. He preached to us a lot, and he finally got through to Rick.
Thank you, sir. This will help. I have to tell you something, sir. I'll be leaving the trade. Since I turned my life over to the Lord, He's been speaking to me concerning the ministry. So I'll be leaving the first of the year for Sussex.
God bless you, my boy. I never regret losing an apprentice to the clergy. I only rejoice that you have put His will first in your life.
Thank you, and goodbye. Goodbye, Ebenezer. I will be praying for you, that you will find the peace and satisfaction that I have found.
I've given it much thought. I'm just not ready.
Stop it. Enough.
Does the past trouble you?
I give all that I have for a fraction of the peace and satisfaction that he experienced. He died a decade ago on the Western continent. I called him a fool for trying to convert those savages. Oh, just to look into his eyes.
Who is that young woman?
It matters little to you, very little. Another idol has displaced me, and if it can cheer and comfort you in time to come, as I will have tried to do, then I shall have no reason to grieve.
What idol has displaced you, Belle?
A golden one.
This is even-handed dealing of pious men, and there's nothing on which they are so hard as assess, and there's nothing they profess to condemn with such severity as the pursuit of wealth.
You desire the world too much. Man's life consisteth not in the abundance of things which he possesses. How often I have seen your nobler aspirations fall off one by one until the master passion gain engrosses you.
What then? Even if I've grown so much wiser, what then? I am not changed to you, am I?
Our contract is an old one, made when we were both poor and content to be so. You are changed. You are another man.
I was a boy.
That which promised happiness is fraught with misery. How often I have seen our future dashed against the stone wall by the side of a covetous spirit crept into your heart and manifest in your actions. You must have a release to marry your gods.
Have I ever sought release?
In words, no, never.
In what then?
in a changed nature, in everything that may my love of any worth or value in your sight. Tell me, if this had never been between us, would you seek me out and try to win me now? No.
You think not?
I would gladly think otherwise if I could. If you were free today, would you choose the dowerless girl? I release you, with a full heart for the love of him you once were. May you be happy in the life you have chosen.
Show me no more. Why do you delight to torture me?
One shadow more.
No more, no more. I don't wish to see it.
Merry Christmas, dear.
Oh, 25 years older, but a wonderful mother. And to think I could have shared that happiness. Oh, Shadow, take me away.
Belle, I saw an old friend of yours this afternoon.
Who was it?
Yes,
How can I? Don't I know? Ebenezer?
Mr. Scrooge it was. I passed his office window, and as it was shut up, he had a candle inside. I could scarcely help seeing him. His partner lies upon the point of death, I hear, and there he sat alone. I've never known such a lonely soul.
Oh, Shadow, remove me from this place.
I told you these were the shadows from your past. They are what you made them. I mean, do you blame me?
Remove me. I cannot bear it. I must escape from my past.
Sleep on, Ebenezer Scrooge. Sleep on.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Ebenezer Scrooge, Ebenezer Scrooge.
Who are you?
I am the shadow of Christmas present, your present. You must see how the shadows of your life, of which you are vaguely aware, extend out into the lives of other men.
He said Christmas was a humbug. As I lived, he believed it too.
More shame for him, Fred.
He's a comical old fellow. That's the truth, and not so pleasant as he might seem. However, his offenses carry their own punishment, and I have nothing to say against him.
I'm sure he is very rich, Fred. At least you've always told me so.
What of that, my dear? His wealth is of no use to him. He doesn't do anything good with it. He doesn't make himself comfortable with it. He hasn't the satisfaction of thinking that it's ever going to benefit us with it.
I have no patience with him.
Oh, I have. I am sorry for him. I couldn't be angry with him if I tried. Who suffers by his ill whims? Him, always. Here, he takes it into his head to dislike us, and he won't come and dine with us. What's the consequences? He misses a good dinner, and he misses some pleasant moments, which could do him no harm. I am sure he will loses pleasanter companions than he can find in his own thoughts, either in his moldy old office or his dusty chamber. I mean to give him the same chance every year, whether he likes it or not, for I pity him. He may rail at Christmas till he dies.
Oh, perish the thought. Oh, I'm not ready. Not ready. Not ready.
Do you recognize this home?
Bob Cratchit's house. His family? What does this have to do with me? How can this help me?
You shall see.
We smelled the goose. I was at the baker's and smelled the goose.
How did you know it was ours?
Sage and onion, Peter.
The goose won't be enough if I can't keep the fire burning under the potatoes.
Did you see Martha come in, or Father and Tiny Tim?
We only smelled the goose.
What has ever kept your precious father and your brother Tiny Tim? And Martha wasn't as late last Christmas Day. Why, bless your heart alive, my dear, how late you are.
We had a load of work to finish up last night and had to clear away this morning.
Sit here and rest, my dear.
Hide, Martha, hide.
Why, where's our Martha?
Not coming.
Not coming? Not on Christmas Day?
Not coming because I'm here.
And how did Tiny Tim behave?
As good as gold and better. He told me coming home how he hoped that people saw him in church because he's a cripple, because he thought it would be pleasant for the people to remember who made the lame beggars walk and blind men to see. Now, where's the saucepan, Belinda? It's time for me to mix up some tea for us to toast with on Christmas, and the lemons.
Peter, you mash the potatoes before going with the two young'uns to fetch the goose. Belinda, you sweeten up the applesauce. And Martha, can you find glassware for the drinking of the toast?
2 tumblers and a custard cup without a handle?
They'll hold the tea for us as good as golden goblets. Here we are, my dears. A Merry Christmas to us all. God bless us.
God save us, everyone.
To Mr. Scrooge, I give you Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
The founder of the feast, indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind and hope he'd have a good appetite for it.
My dear, the children, Christmas Day.
I'll drink his health for your sake, and the day's, not for his. Long life to him, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
God save Mr. Scrooge.
Yes, son. God save Mr. Scrooge.
Oh, Shadow, tell me, will Tiny Tim live? He looks so pale.
I see a vacant seat in the poor chimney corner, and a
crutch without an owner. Should these shadows remain unaltered?
Oh, no, no, kind shadow. Say he will be spared.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, he will die.
No!
Ebenezer Scrooge. Ebenezer Scrooge.
Oh, you must be the shadow of Christmas yet to come. I dread you most of all. And what dreadful news do you bear?
I can show you nothing you do not already know, but that is sufficient. What do you see?
Why, it's the stock exchange. I'm here often. You show me nothing new. I shall be among friends.
I don't know much about it either way, and I don't care. I only know he's dead.
His partner went years ago. I thought he'd never die. How much did he leave?
He left it all.
What was the matter with him?
Who knows? It could have been loneliness. It's likely to be a very cheap funeral, for I don't know of anybody to go to it. That tight-fisted old sinner didn't have a friend in the world. God have mercy on his soul.
Oh, they couldn't be talking about me, could they? Could they?
And he said a little child in the midst of them.
Bob Cratchit's house? What is this?
The color hurts my eyes. I wouldn't show red eyes to your father when he comes home. It must be nearly time for him.
Passed it, Reverend, but I think he was walking a little slower these last few evenings, Mother.
I have known him to walk with Tiny Tim on his shoulders, very fast indeed. But he was very light to carry, and his father loved him so that it was no trouble. No trouble. And there's your father at the door.
Good evening, my dears.
Let me pour you a cup of tea.
You can't imagine the extraordinary kindness of Mr. Scrooge's nephew. When I met him on the street, he said I looked just a little down, you know, so I told him how the Lord had taken Tim home.
I'm sure he's a good soul.
He gave me his card and said, "This is where I live. Pray, come to me if I can be of any service." It was as if he knew Tim and felt with us. I'm sure we shall never forget our poor, tiny Tim, shall we?
Never.
You should have gone to the cemetery today. 'Twas all green.
You went today?
I promised him I would go on Sunday. Oh, my boy, my little boy.
No. No! No. Oh, no, no, no. Where am I?
Are you insensitive to the weight and length of the strong coil you bear yourself?
No.
You have yet a chance and a hope of escaping my fate, Ebenezer.
Goodbye, Ebenezer. I will be praying for you.
I have given it much thought. I'm just not ready.
Another idol has displaced me. You are changed. You are another man.
I've never known such a lonely soul.
I'm sorry for him.
Yes, son. God save Mr. Scrooge.
That tight-fisted old sinner didn't have a friend in the world. God have mercy on his soul.
Yes, Lord. Have mercy on my soul. Forgive me. Save me from this weight of sin which pulls me down. feel like a new man. Like a newborn child. I'm quite a baby. Never mind. I'd rather be a baby. Wait, girl, what's today?
Why, it's Christmas Day.
Christmas. Why, of course. I haven't missed it. Do you know the poulterers in the next street at the corner?
Of course.
What an intelligent young lady. Remarkable young lady. Do you know where they've sold that prize turkey? The big one that was hanging in the window?
As big as me?
Yes. Oh, it's a delightful girl. Yes, exactly.
It's hanging there now.
Oh, good. Go and buy it. Come back with the good man, and I'll give you a shilling. Come back with the good man in less than 5 minutes. I'll give you half a crown. I've singed it above Cratchit's. He shan't know who sent it. Oh, it's twice the size of Tim. I'll call in a specialist for Tim. I'll get to every doctor in London. My boy is anemic and we must get him on his feet. Oh, here, take it to this address. Here's cab fare and a fair price. Yes, Merry Christmas. It is merry at that. Oh, and here, young lady, here's a crown for your services.
Thank you, sir. Merry Christmas.
Don't thank me. Thank the Lord. Oh, and a Happy New Year. Oh, I can't wait to go to church. I can't wait to see the look on Fred's face when I show up for dinner. I didn't tell him I wouldn't come, so I'm still invited.
What do you mean by coming in here at this time of day?
I am very sorry, sir. I am quite behind my time.
Yes, I should say you are. Step this way, sir, if you please.
I'm very sorry, sir. It's only once a year, sir. I'll stay over and I'll make it up.
Now I'll tell you what, my friend. I'm not going to stand for this sort of thing any longer. And therefore I'm going to raise your salary. Merry Christmas, Bob. A merrier Christmas, Bob, my good fellow, than I have given you in many a year. I'll not only raise your salary, but I'll assist your struggling family. Come, let us close up shop and find a tea house. I have many things with which I want to discuss with you, like a partnership in business. You've earned it, you know. But first, I want to tell you how I have found transcending love and of the wondrous things the Lord hath done for me. I can only say this Christmas, thanks be unto God for his unspeakable gift.